Welcome, guys, to another episode of The Candy Show. I'm your host, Candy. Guys, we are right here in my hometown, Indianapolis, Indiana. But guess what? We are not even on, we're not even in our home studio. We are on location at the Red Curb Comedy Club. I'm at a comedy club, so guess who my special guest is going to be? Comedians, well known comedians, you already know. So, guys, I want you to welcome my special guest, Mr. Comedian himself, Mr. Cody Woods.
Thanks for having me.
Was that a little bit better for you this time?
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's amazing that you're able to do that. Not at all twice, but maybe twice.
Well, let me tell you what, Cody. Now, listen, here on The Candy Show, we are natural. We are raw. We're real, uncut, and unscripted. So, guess what? We are not perfect, right?
Right. Yeah, exactly. I'm glad I created the first edit to this unedited show ever.
Oh my gosh, that is so funny. Tell me a little bit about yourself, Cody, and why are you here today?
Here to do some stand up here at the Red Curb. This is my first time here. I'm based in Los Angeles, but I've done shows in the Indianapolis area for the past 5 years now, and they're always great crowds. There's a promoter that I work with here named Ike, and he's old school. He's been around the comedy scene forever. Like everybody knows him, all the way from Cat Williams down to me. Everybody knows Ike. So I love doing his shows, and that's why I'm here.
Shout out to Ike. Thank you so much for setting this up. I greatly appreciate you allowing the Candy Show this opportunity. Cody, I love your hair.
Oh, thanks. I don't do nothing with it anymore.
You don't?
I stopped caring. This is what I do.
Well, you know what? I love the curly look.
Oh, good. Yeah. See, if it didn't curl, I would actually look like an actual Karen. So I'm glad it. I'm glad it curls.
Oh my gosh. Where are you from? What city and state or where are you from?
I was born in Wichita, Kansas. Yeah, and I started comedy in the Bay Area, the Oakland area, and then I moved to LA to pursue comedy even further. But I started comedy in the Bay Area, so I would say I'm half Bay, half Midwest. You know.
Okay, tell me. Okay, now you just said Kansas. So is that the Kansas like total? I don't think we're in Kansas anymore.
Yeah, but it's a little bit. It's pretty ratchet in Kansas, believe it or not.
Really?
Yeah, most of my comedy is actually based out of what I went through in Kansas, not even in Oakland. Like it's
Oh wow.
yeah, it's a very ratchet place. It's like it's like it's all the diversity of ratchet too. It's all the types.
What? Tell me. Now they tell us here what's in Indiana other than corn. Tell me what you guys are known for.
Corn.
For real.
No, well, I guess the only industry there is they build airplanes there, so like Boeing and Cessna. But other than that, not a lot of industry. Corn, like straight up. So we're not too far away from what I mean. Actually, Indiana is like New York compared to Kansas.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh wow. So
Yeah.
I take it you had some really good material.
Yeah.
Tell me, how did you get into the comedy world? Seemed like there was nothing there to do compared to what you're saying.
Yeah. There was. I mean, I needed attention because there wasn't enough attention for me, and then I just wanted to make people laugh. I saw Eddie Murphy do Eddie Murphy's Raw when I was like 4, way too young to see it. But I was like, hey, that looks like a cool job. So that's how I started. From like kindergarten all the way to high school, I always wanted to be a comedian. But I started comedy in high school, and then yeah, and I learned to eventually take my past and make it funny. But at first, I was just starting as a kid, and I just had to think of funny things, and the shit was pretty whack.
You seem like a pretty cool, laid back guy.
Yeah, that's because I'm tired all the time. Has nothing to do with my demeanor, really. It's really just I'm just exhausted all the time.
Really?
Yeah, I sleep terribly, and this is a really bad job for your like what do they call that? Your circadian rhythm or whatever. It's like where like if you go to bed at 8 o'clock, and then next day you go to bed at 8 o'clock, it's good for you. But if you go 8 and then go to bed at like 3 a.m., but you get 8 hours both nights, you're still gonna feel terrible. So that's my life though. Like I came in on a red eye,
Oh wow, we have
yeah,
red eye here.
kind of a red eye, kind of. I mean, it would have been more convenient if it was a real red eye, but this was just an inconvenient time.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but
Oh,
then I was just in Florida last week, and then L.A., and then here. So my clock is all messed up.
okay.
Yeah.
All of the different time changes, I know.
Hmm.
Listen, even when you just go up or back 1 hour, that screws your whole body up.
Yeah, I feel like I'm on acid every day.
Oh my gosh. Tell us a little bit, because some of my audience members may not know who you are. So tell us a little bit about what they can expect when they come see a Cody Woods show.
You could probably, you know what? I like to do the unexpected, but um, I would say topics that you wouldn't think could be funny, I can make them funny. That's what I try to do. Um, Things that are dangerous, but also things that are relatable. So those are that's what I gravitate towards.
Now, I read somewhere where you shared the stage and you open up for a lot of well-known. Listen, you're well-known too. So let's just make sure everybody know that
Yeah,
as well.
it's weird. Like you know what? I'm 2010 famous. Like if like 2023 famous, you need like 6 million followers. I got 63,000. That'd been good in 2010. I've
Isn't
been
that
killing it.
crazy? The
Yeah.
numbers really speak for themselves, though.
Right.
At the same time, but then how many of those are really bots? You
Who
know.
knows? And how many of them are like 10-year-olds who can't even come to a comedy show anyway? But that's what's weird. And there's so many famous people now. If you think about it, you know how many people have like 5 million followers, and we don't know. We've never even heard of them.
Yes. How about the blue checks?
Yeah.
I'm scrolling and I'm thinking,
My
okay, you're not really a
my
real blue
mechanic
check.
has a blue check. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
I guess it's legitimized. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We're the real Ted's oil change station. None of that fake. People are always copying us for our following.
Oh gosh, oh my gosh. Tell me, what does a comedian do on a normal basis? How do you go throughout your day? What do you do?
I try to just absorb my environment and try to, I try to appreciate stillness whenever I can because things are always moving. Like, I always thought traveling was easy when I heard that people traveled for work. I'm like, that sounds awesome. Why are you complaining? Now I get it. I'm like, this is just a weird wearing on you where I'm like, all right, nothing's moving. I'm going to enjoy this. I don't have to go anywhere. Nothing. Let me just enjoy this stillness. But I'm married, so I never get that.
Oh wow. Okay. So then, from what I understand, when you're married, because I'm not married, never have been married,
Oh,
then
congrats.
whenever you get away from your partner, that's enough peace for you. That's your
Yeah.
peace. Okay.
Yeah, so this is my piece right now.
All
This
right.
is very, but I'm on like a weird sleep schedule right now too, so it's not quite peace, but it's nice. The
Okay.
fact that you told me to put my phone on airplane mode, that's so nice. I'm just so tired of. How come you didn't? Hey, why did you? It's just. Ugh.
It's a natural habit, because hey, you don't. But again, it's natural, raw, real, uncut, and unscripted. So hey, sometimes you will hear a phone go off. Be like, oh well. But
Yeah.
what do you eat? What are your go tos when it
Go
comes
to
to
on the
food?
road.
Yes.
I go for the worst. Like when I'm on the road, I go for the worst. I don't want to. I always tell myself I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go to the Kroger, pick up an apple. I'm going to change my life this trip. No, I was at McDonald's 3 hours ago.
Oh wow.
I mean, that was the bottom. McDonald's is the bottom, and I just saw it, the beauty of the yellow.
Arches.
Yeah, it's
Back
just,
when you were young, those arches were the like that was it.
yeah.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Tell everyone a little bit about your actual um how do you write your material?
Yeah,
Is everybody a subject of your material, even in a normal conversation?
they can be. I mean, you know what it is? There's so much more that I could use for the stage, but I filter out a lot. I throw away a lot of ideas.
Okay.
So like, I'm not always like ugh. I know some comics like that where I'm afraid to say anything around them cuz they're just going to use it, and I'm not like that. But if it's something really distinct, like let's say I get like annoyed by something and I know that other people get annoyed by it, I want to bring that to the stage and see if people relate to it and then work on that as opposed to everything that I observed that was funny that day and bringing it all in. I throw away like 70% of that.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So I do write a lot just because it's a lot of throwing away and I got to remember what to keep. Some people don't write. Some people are, I don't know, their character is funny.
Mm.
I can do that, but I enjoy writing. I like it. So I just do it.
How often do you repeat yourself? And I have to say that because I know you go to different markets and some people haven't heard your comedy. So,
You know what? I do it. I rarely write a set list, though.
oh
I,
well.
I write a lot of material, but the set list, I let the audience sort of decide. I'll kind of look at them, I'll size them up, which means stereotype them. But then I already know exactly what to do.
Mm.
I was just in Florida and I saw so there's a whole crowd of old white people in polos, you know. And then my opening comic, he's talking about fuck and pussy and shit like that. I'm like, look, dude, these people they just got done watching the Republican debates. They're not trying to hear wet ass pussy jokes right now, you know. So you got to know. So I let the crowd steer. I kind of let go of the steering wheel. I'm like, all right, guys, you tell me where to go. So and then I just have stuff in my pockets, whatever they want, I'll give it to them. I don't really plan. Tomorrow I got a plan though. It's a charity.
Oh wow, that's different. I know that's difficult.
Yeah.
Well, I know Cody, you got to get out of here. You got to get ready for your
Mhm.
time on the stage. Once again, let everybody know. We'll just tell everybody what you have coming up. Tell everybody how they can reach you, follow you, book you. Let them know.
Yeah. Follow me on Instagram at Cody J Woods. I'd greatly appreciate it because I'm shadow banned. And then YouTube shadow banned there as well. Just type in Cody Woods. Probably the only way I can get followers at this point. But yeah. And then you can see where I'm at in your neighborhood if I'm performing there.
Awesome. Well, Cody, thank you so much for touching the Candy Show today. I appreciate you. Well, guys, you already know the routine. Make sure that you are following the official Candy Show. That is on Instagram, Candy Talk Show, and also subscribe to the YouTube page. That is capital C and the number 2 at the end, Candy Productions, too. All right, guys, we are out here. Bye.